You loved her, didn't you?
So there's this little indie film from 1995 called GLORY DAZE. It's a movie I used to like back then, but I haven't watched it in decades, so I figured I'd give it another go and maybe do one of my You Should Watch videos on it. But as I sat there watching this again for the first time in so long, I realized I can't in good conscience recommend this movie to anyone. It's just really not very good. But what I can do is shine a light on it and show you that this is a movie that actually exists. Also, it's not without some good moments.
Hey, who's that? You guys almost got me, man. Didn't you just see the band of orcs go by? What are you guys doing here?
Orcs? Okay, so what the hell is this movie anyway? According to Steve Whitty of San Jose Mercury News, it's an antic Animal House-style beer blast. But that's not really what it is. It's really a coming-of-age movie about a group of soon-to-be college grads who decide to stay on another year and party before leaving campus and getting on with their adult lives. It's got a really good cast, led by Ben Affleck, and then you got Sam Rockwell, French Stewart. In smaller roles, you have Alyssa Milano, Megan Ward, and somehow they convinced John Rhys-Davies to be in this too. Affleck's character is an angry, whiny, piece of shit art student who can't get over his ex, and he's basically a complete asshole to people the whole movie.
Can I borrow your pen 1 second?
Absolutely.
Cocksucker. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call so late. I just called up because I just want to say, fuck you. Fuck you. Shut up!
He also sits around watching sex tapes of his ex.
Mom, I gotta go. All right? Yeah. Okay.
Rockwell's character is nervous about moving away with his girlfriend and meeting her mom, but she turns out to be the coolest older rich lady ever, so no biggie there.
Tremendous. It's nice meeting you guys.
French Stewart is an aspiring photographer who ends up being unknowingly courted by Gimli.
Oh, Dennis, I would so much prefer to be stark naked and drunk on a beach in Thailand.
There's a character called Slosh. He used to be a tech geek or something, but he left it all behind to get drunk and party full time. And this here is Mickey, and he's sad because he can't get a girlfriend. Affleck's pretty bad here.
I was raised in the suburbs. That's where I was born. That's what I'm trying to express. I can't help that. That's what I know.
Sam Rockwell has been for a while and still is one of my favorite actors, so it's fun to see him so early on. He's never bad. Everyone else is fine, I guess. Nothing to talk about really, except for... everybody loves cameos. There's a few good ones in here. The best by far is Matthew McConaughey as a liquored up used car salesman.
Like,
Yeah. She's beaut, ain't she?
that's nice.
This is the machine for you. I don't say that because I read it in some goddamn manual. I say that from grade A numero uno, champion, experience. I mean, the message a couple weeks ago, come in here in this here particular machine. Her mother rode along with us. We got here, LA at the road. I ain't seen her since. God damn it. Anyway, back to the truck. Now I'm ready to hot diggity deal.
So early in his career, and he's already showing us that he truly deserved that MTV Movie Award.
All right.
Next up, we see Affleck's best buddy.
Matt Damon.
He doesn't even have any lines, he just plays some nerd they kick out of a party. A bit later, we get Leah Remini and Brendan Fraser. They play an arguing couple on a bus, with Remini wearing the pants.
You know what? You don't speak for me. And you don't tell me what to do.
Teresa.
Who do you think? Doug?
GLORY DAZE shares a lot of DNA with another movie I've already talked about on my channel, Airheads. Which, if you haven't watched that video, you really should, because that thing just got rave reviews from the second I posted it. Both movies are written by a guy named Rich Wilkes, who after these went on to write all of the XXX movies, which I haven't seen, but I can't imagine they're very similar to these. Also, Wilkes directed this one. The similarities between Airheads and GLORY DAZE come through quite a bit. Both movies are set against the backdrop of rock music. Though Airheads skews more towards hard rock and metal, this movie is more rooted in like the 90s skate punk sound. The main cast in this is also part of a band, like in Airheads. There's even moments in this where Wilkes just borrows his own dialogue from the other scripts.
That guy's a bozo deluxe.
Luther, Supposo Deluxe.
Then there's that Brendan Fraser cameo I mentioned. Also, when I was watching Airheads and this guy showed up,
I play D&D too.
I knew him from somewhere, but I couldn't place where. Turns out the only other movie he did back then was GLORY DAZE. Even though there are many similarities between these movies, they couldn't be more different as far as quality goes. Airheads had an original premise, witty dialogue, and lots of genuinely funny moments. Glory Daze is filled with just cliches and bad dialogue. It's not the worst in the world as far as character growth goes. All the leads do grow and change by the end of the movie, but the journey to get them there is just so cringy a lot of the time because of all the bad dialogue, boring direction, and bad pacing. It feels longer than its 100-minute runtime in a bad way. 100 minutes is too long for a movie like this to begin with. 90 minutes in and out, that's all you need for a movie like this. You can't really classify it as a comedy either. It's more of a coming-of-age dramedy. Okay, so as I said earlier, the main cast have a band in this. Sam Rockwell even does his own singing. They're called the Dudes of Steel, and it's... Alright, so I have to address this fish slapping moment here. If you've seen my other videos, you've probably noticed by now that I like to open my videos with an out-of-context clip of some kind. But this, even in its original context, it makes no fucking sense. I'll play the clip now with more context, and you tell me if you could find the meaning in this moment.
Was she sleeping with both of you at once?
Christ, Mom.
No, Jack, you're a college graduate. Don't be so milquetoast.
You loved her, didn't you?
Are we still on this? Yeah, I did.
It's not addressed at all after this. It's so random and meaningless. I think it's my favorite part of the movie. So should you watch Glory Daze? Probably not. You're not really missing a whole lot if you skip it. And even if you did want to watch it, good luck finding it. This thing is not streaming anywhere, and I'm guessing there's not a ton of DVDs floating around out there. I definitely think you'd enjoy it more if you're a moody and rebellious teen. That's probably why I liked it so much 20 plus years ago. Alright, if you didn't know Glory Daze existed before, now you do. My job here is done. See ya!